Nice and beautiful people, and welcome back to another JOJO'S Bizarre Adventure reaction video. Alright, the world has ended. The universe has ended, everything has ended, everyone got naked and rode dolphins into a black hole. No, I didn't imagine that. Anyway, we're now back at the dolphin prison, the Green State Dolphin Prison, whatever. The only one who seems to be there is Emporio. Everybody else seems to have turned to freaking ash. Jolene tried to fight, obviously got one shot by crazy guy, and that's it. That's where the story ends, I guess. I don't know what the heck, man. Anyway, like, subscribe, and let's finish this part of JoJo's. My first time ever reaction to the finale of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 6. Oh, street prison. I thought it was state prison. Jolene's alive? What? Wow, look at Bro, who is that? Who is this guy wearing Jotaro's outfit? Who's this dude? Even Jolene looks kind of different, actually, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, they're supposed to look different. Same voice actors. They're supposed to look different. We in some alternative universe then? So they're saying the same thing. I gotta be honest. What's the point? My goal as a supervillain is to destroy the universe and the world and then recreate it pretty much identical to before. Why, you may ask? I don't really know. Because. Well, who's that then? But there's what, similar people? I don't understand! Wait, Emporio's here. What about all the other people with stand abilities? What about other stand users? What about everybody from part 3, 4, 5? Are they all here as well? Have they made it across? Like, how many people did make it across? Because we saw naked people in the other room. They made it across. So what's his stand ability then? To accelerate time. So does that mean that he has like a super fast stand now? Is it going to be like simplified? Kind of like what happened with Jotaro when he fought Dio. Like his stand was like up here and then they just like nerf it and it's still strong but it's like here. Are we going to see the same with the priest now? What's his stand ability here? He's able to change the whole universe. But now he's probably just gonna have like a super quick stand or something like that. Is that what we're gonna see here? So he ended the whole universe. He just ended it all. The opening seems pretty much the same. Is it the same but like slightly different? Maybe it's gonna wait till we get to the water. Tell you what, it'd be a really funny prank if the opening is exactly the same. So he fast forwarded time to the point of the end of the universe, which then started a new universe, which like, let's just say Thanos snapped 50% of living beings were able to make it across to, and they all appeared in this universe biased, naked. Did they inhabit previously existing people in that universe, or did they just appear in this universe? So let's say that like 100 million people lived in this universe on Earth. Did then 100 million more people just add, so there's 200 million people, or did they inhabit previous bodies, or were they always part of the world? Because that guy seemed, if we go back to the prison room where the naked people appeared on the floor, the other prison guards seemed to like not be surprised they were there, like recognize them, but just was surprised they were naked. You see what question I'm trying to ask there? Do they remember coming from the other universe? Because Emporio does. Weren't all of those people, like, faded out before? The opening really hits home the damn significance when you see the entire Joestar bloodline all there. Everybody coming back. It like really hits home just how insane Pucci's ability is. Because all of them are gone. Bro reset everything. They're all gone. We saw them all there, but that all is nothing. That universe is done. Surely Emporio is just gonna get fucked. They have stand abilities? It seems really pointless. It'd be like me saying, I'm gonna destroy this bottle of water. I hate it so much. Hey, by the way, I've just got this one over here that I just made. It's completely identical to the previous. It's like, what's the point? Why did he destroy the whole universe just to make, just to like have the same universe? See? So some of them have come from the other universe. Some of them have. Some of them have memories of it. So that could mean that everything up until this moment is exactly the same as the previous timeline. But in this moment, everything's going to change. Because now we've got people from the previous timeline who have inhabited this timeline.
あの二人はこれから。神父様、どうされ。どけ。誰も運命からは逃れられない。お前はあの部屋へ行く。
So he's purposely not going into the room because he's trying to change his own fate.
一体何が起きているんだ。
我々は超えてきたのだ。
But then if he's trying to make him do what he did before, then the timeline in this world is going to be the same as the last one. Or unless that's his checkmate move.
スポンジボールを握りしめるみたいに限界まで縮んだところが得意点。それが宇宙の終わり。でもそこからまたビッグバンが起こって新しい宇宙が始まるという説がある。僕たちは前の世界からそこへ来たってことか。同じように進化する地球の時間を猛スピードでたどって新しい2011年までたどり着いた。でも全員じゃない。
死人は来れないからだ。時の加速の中で死んだ者は皆振り落とされる。
So that's why there's like a new Jotaro and a new Jolene, is because the ones who were dead weren't brought over. So anyone who managed to be brought over is going to be themselves in this universe, but anyone who wasn't able to be brought over is going to be like an alternative version of themselves.
いないんだ。ここにお姉ちゃんたちはいない。僕はまた。
Emporio really is like, no offense to Emporio, but the last person you would hope to be the final survivor. They don't have any kind of strong abilities to fight Pucci. Pucci's powers are ridiculous. If fate will repeat itself, does that mean that the end that we just saw with the universe and the speeding up of time, is that just going to happen again, or is it something different this time? Does this universe also end at Cape Canaveral? Is that the catalyst?
例えば5年後の未来に何が起こるか。彼らは加速した時の旅でそれをすでに体感している。自分がいつ事故に遭い、いつ病気になり、いつ寿命が尽きるのか。人といつ出会い別れるか。自分が誰を恋し誰を憎むのか。自分はいつ子供を産み、子はど
I thought that was, I couldn't tell if that was a boob, a butt, or a knee. I was just making sure there was nothing sus in these movies.
戦争がいつ起こる、時代がいつ変わるのか。まるで映画を見るように体感する。そしてその子供も、さらにその子供も。あのケープカナベラルから始まった加速した時を生きた者たちは全員頭脳や肉体ではなく精神でそれを覚え知っているのだ。そして
So that's why that prison guard could like feel like something was going to happen but not fully know it. It's ingrained into them, but it's not fully up here.
これこそが幸福である。未来を覚悟できるからだ。
Everyone has like
覚悟した者は幸福である。
psychic
悪い出来
powers.
事の未来も知ることは絶望と思うだろうが逆だ。明日死ぬと分かっていても。
But they lived through the accelerated timeline, so they didn't get to see when they were gonna die. They weren't part of that. That doesn't make any sense because they all lived. Yeah, he's basically made everybody psychic, right? Everyone can see the future. But if none of them died and they all made it over, then how can they predict their own death?
これが私と、そしてあのディオが求めた天国へ行く方法。メイドインヘブンだ。
Also, I don't get why he's not moving fast. Is he not moving fast because he doesn't want to kill Emporio? He wants Emporio to go to his room.
あの時海に落としてきた。あの突き当たりを右へ行くと階段があって幽霊の僕の部屋だ。でもその部屋はブッチにもうバレている。右へ行っちゃいけない。左だ。左へ逃げてどこが違う場所に。
Fate's forcing him towards it.
細かい出来事は違っても運命は決して変えられない。お前はその隙間に逃げ込むしかないのだ。
Emporio's just bombed, man.
もしお前をこのまま生かしお前を見失ったならいずれ私を倒そうとするだろう。それが未来の運命だ。ここで絶対に生かしてはおけない。
Is that because some details may change, but it like the main thing always stays the same? So Emporio is now destined to always fight him, and if he goes off, he will fight him in some way.
この後ジョリーンたちがいなくともお前は脱獄し私はケープカナベラルでお前を見失う運命。
Gets lost
時
there.
の加速が始まったケープカナベラル以前のここならお前がどこにいるかわかる。
Before the acceleration starts. So maybe it is going to be exactly the same. And he just mentioned, I'm destined to lose you at Cape Canaveral. So maybe it is repeating itself. And at Cape Canaveral, once again, the universe is going to reset.
電を消せるのは今ここでなのだ。だから刑務所の時点で時の加速を止めた。覚悟を決めろ。
And he slowed time down on purpose. He slowed time down on purpose.
これが人類のためなのだ。
He has Weather's disc.
運命は決まっていて変えられない。のならお前に変えてもらうことにしたよ。お前の腕が入り口の隙間で僕の頭に押し込んだんだ。ウェザーがお前に殺されるときディスクにして取り出したウェザーリポートの能力、ジョリーお姉ちゃんが僕に持っててくれって授けてくれたディスクだ。
Go on, Emporio. Go on, Emporio. Oh, he's using his fast speed again.
自分の悲鳴をさらに地獄のラッパにするだけのことだった。所詮頭に他人のディスクを入れてもウェザーの能力はウェザー本人の才能。お前が楽々と自由自在に操れるものではない。そして再び時を加速させた。我が大いなる目的の前でエンポリオ崩れ落ちる。
So the reason he was walking down the corridor is because my presumption now is he can accelerate time, but it has to just be worldwide. So, which actually gives him like a massive nerf to his ability. Because he can't just use it in a room or a situation, which is why he just walked in that room and punched Jotaro. He can't switch it on and accelerate time without accelerating the whole world. But now, if he's in a dire situation, that's exactly what he's doing. What was that? Is this something to do with oxygen? It looks like an oxygen-based thing with veins coming to the surface.
なんだこれは。
Oxygen, I reckon. With eyes with blood coming out of them and your veins coming to the surface, that is usually what happens when a human has a lack of oxygen. This is what supposedly happens if you're exposed to the vacuum of space, right?
生物にとって最も身近にあるものは空気であると。生き物が生きるためには酸素が必要だ。だがその濃度は 40% 以下でなくてはならない。100% 純粋な酸素を
Oh, he didn't take away oxygen, he gave more.
高濃度の酸素は鉄ならあっという間に錆で腐食させ、
Ah,
人体の
genius.
細胞分子なら電子を奪って次々と組織を破壊していく。大量に吸うとまず手足の先から麻痺し、立つことができなくなる。眼球の毛細血管が切れ失明する。
What's the deal with oxygen machines then? How much oxygen do they pump out? You know, the ones that people need when they're having certain operations and stuff. Just a random question. Also, you forget how much Emporio studied, and also he's got Pac-Man eye. Emporio is studied everything. Broken fire helicopter!
時を加速しようと関係ない。ウェザーリポートは天候を操る能力。
How do we fix this
この
though?
部屋
Surely
に
this
純
is
粋
it.
酸素を大量に集めていたんだ。そして意識を失っていく。 100% の酸素は組織の内部へ。
この小僧が
僕の意志じゃない。ウェザーの眠っていた能力だ。あんたがウェザーの記憶を奪い、そしてカタツムリの能力と共に目覚めさせたのはプチ神父、あんたなんだ。人の出会いも重力。あんたは因縁が切れなかった。
やめろエンポリオ、ウェザーを止めろ。こんなことをさせるな。私が到達した私の能力は神のご意志だ。神が望んだ能力なのだ。新しい人類が始まり、人間の未来はこれで救われるのだ。まだ時の加速が始まった。
If he kill in this universe, we haven't reached Cape Canaveral where I acquire time acceleration. If Weather kills Pucci right now, are we just stuck in this universe forever? Is he the only one that can like reverse time? Can he even do that?
人類の運命が変わってしまうんだぞ。人々は時の旅で見た運命を見なくなる。
Well, we don't now.
知ることがなくなるんだ。覚悟こそ幸福ということを思い出してくれ。ここで私は死ぬわけにはいかないのだ。
There's no way he actually dies.
お前は運命に負けたんだ。
ほざくな小僧。
僕一人じゃない。僕をここに送り込んだジョリーンお姉ちゃんの意志だ。ウェザーも FF、エルメス、アナスイ、それに丈太郎さんもだ。みんな未来なんか知らなくても覚悟があった。覚悟ができていなかったのはお前だ、プッチ。正義の道を歩むことこそ運命なんだ。
やめろ。シンプルな口を聞いてんじゃないぞ。
This guy's getting his damn head crushed like a hydraulic press under the fist of his brother's stand. The brother that he himself killed. He's not wrong. Emporio is 100% right. Surely this is fate. Surely this is fate. This is where you were supposed to die, Pucci, because it happened. And if it happened, then it must be fate. Was that an ant? What? What happened? Are we back? Did I say Orland? Does that really say Orland? Good old Orland! Maybe this is the alternative universe Orlando. It's just Orland. Are we back? That looked like we were back. It looked like we fell out of that universe and landed on a different planet with the ants, right? Are we back now? Maybe? What the fuck just happened? Is Pucci dead? Did we do it? We got sucked into the ground and then we fell out of the universe as an ant on another planet? But we're now in the beautiful city of Orland. That sounds familiar. Is that Hermes? That's not Hermes. That's the random woman who shared the room. Oh no, it is Hermes! I can't tell if we're back and we've jumped back in time. We're by the prison though. I don't know. Or we're in the same place and this is the alternative universe, Hermes? What did she just say? Hold on. Something about jailbreak? Let me rewind that bit. Okay.
なあ、俺の車ガス欠なんだよ。ガソリン代と飯代をおごってくれるんならば、好きなとこまで乗っけてってやって。
Are these alternative universe like versions of them?
そうやって旅費浮かしてんのか。知らない人の車には乗っちゃダメってうちの姉ちゃんが言ってた。
Gravity pulling them all together. Are we still in the same universe? Maybe we are. Maybe these are the alternative universe versions of them. It's just the ending scene that we just saw with Emporio that's throwing me off a little bit. Because he got like sucked into the ground. Father Pucci got sucked into the ground. Emporio looked like he did as well. And then they like fell out of the universe as ants onto like some desert. And now we're here. You could just stay at the shop. That's Jolene.
私はアイリーン。彼の名はアナキスよ。ママとパパはどうしたの？私たちもこれから父さんのところへ会いに行くのよ。彼、ボーイフレンド。どうなるかわからないけど、父さんさえ許してくれれば結婚するかも。私たち。くそ、本当に嵐が来んのか？
What the fuck is going on? And why am I feeling emotional here? What is going on? I don't understand. Are we in a different universe? Is this a different timeline? Are we still in the same one? So that random scene of Father Pucci getting sucked out of the floor and then like falling out of what looked like the universe onto like a desert. That was just irrelevant. We're just ignoring that. That's nothing. If we just skip past that, we're still in the same universe. But what? Is that the same Irene or whatever that was in the prison that escaped with her father earlier? Or did that not happen and this is something else? What about that whole prison scene?
でも10ドル以上は絶対に払わねえ。それにケープカナベラルにも寄ってもらうからな。乗ってよ。私たちも助かる。
Make a stop at Cape Canaveral worries me a little bit.
まあ正直こっちもだ。坊や大丈夫？あなた名前は？
But that looks like Jolene. And she has the star.
お金なんて取らないんだから。
I'm well confused. Is this another alternative time? Is this the third timeline? What did you do, Emporio?
Emporio. 僕の名前。
見てヒッチハイカーよ
That's bloody weather. What is going on? What is going on? We got it right. So this is either the same alternative universe that we are zapped in which case I'm kind of confused as to why not Jolene isn't with not Jotaro because they escaped the prison together earlier. Or, new theory, this is a third timeline where everyone is completely different. Or we've gone back to the previous timeline, but this is different now. Maybe we've gone back to the previous timeline, but because Pucci wasn't a part of that timeline, because Pucci was killed, then Pucci didn't influence anybody with his discs. I don't know who got what discs or stand abilities, but maybe that's why. Maybe this is what that timeline looks without Father Pucci. Maybe Jotaro is still actually Jotaro. What is this outro? What is this outro?
嵐が来るって言ったのは
I know this song.
止めなさいよかわいそうだって
No way we're gonna have your classic freaking 2B. There's a rainbow? What does this mean? What does this mean? What does this ending mean? Oh, get fucked. What is this? Is this like a universe without Dio, maybe? No. Alright. So we're going through the whole damn timeline. The Jonathan, the Jotaro. This ending is awesome. This ending is awesome. Oh, you can see Jono. Hey, Jono and the boys. I'm so confused. I am and I'm not. Like, is that the end? So, I'm trying to work out what happened there. 'Cause, like, is this just like a happy alternative timeline? Or are we back on the original timeline, but because of what Emporio did, he reset the timeline and made it like a good timeline? Is that's what I kind of think happened. And that's what the end credits are doing right now. Because they just showed us everything. They showed us part 1s to 5. All of that still happened. Went on like normal. So then my presumption is Pucci was never a part of this timeline. And because Pucci wasn't a part of this timeline, part 6 was completely altered. The characters were altered. The discs weren't influenced. All that stuff didn't happen. And because of that, we're now back in the original timeline. But it's shifted because Pucci wasn't a part of it. Emporio basically sent them all back to the original timeline without Pucci. Is that what we're seeing? And is that why the ending is showing us parts 1 to 5, but now we see part 6 is the same as we saw a second ago? Perhaps that's what this means. So it is like, it's an alternative timeline. Is there after credits? No. That's weird. It kind of made it look like there was. So it's an alternative timeline, but not alternative timeline. The way I think, this is what I think happened, right? This is your timeline, okay? Pucci, Cape Canaveral. It's weird how Hermes said she wanted to stop at Cape Canaveral, though. That's a bit suspicious. Pucci at Cape Canaveral, fast-tracked this one, ended, and then new one started, right? The new one started where everything was different, and Pucci got rid of all the enemies and the Joestar bloodline and everything, and the only enemy left was Emporio. So Pucci was like, screw you, Emporio. Meanwhile, Emporio was like, no, screw you. Kicks Pucci's ass, sends him to the Shadow Realm, gets rid of this timeline, and just goes, brings it all back. Bing, original timeline, rewind here, and restart. But in this timeline, Pucci never existed. So all that influence with Dio and everything that happened, that never happened. So parts 1 to 5 still continued. But when part 6 started, Pucci wasn't a part of that story, which is why everyone's back to normal, but also not influenced by Pucci. Perhaps that's what we saw. And that fight that happened with Pucci that we saw with Emporio in the prison, that went back as well. So the whole Jotaro and Jolene scene in the prison cell never happened either, which is why she's not like a prisoner. That's my prediction. The other option is that Pucci's been removed from the new universe, the new timeline, and Pucci's been sent back to like the Shadow Realm. And now Pucci was never part of this new timeline. And because of that, these are all different people. Now, the reason I'm saying that could be the case is because of the name. If Jolene's not called Jolene, then she's not a JoJo. If she's called Irene, then she can't be Irene Joestar. She's not a JoJo. So maybe something has shifted there. The only thing that confuses me is the ending credits, which show part 1 to 5 happening normal and then part 6 happening like we just saw there at the end, which would imply that everything we've seen has happened in this timeline. So if everything we've seen has happened, then why are the names different now? How would Pucci shape the names? Granted, Jolene wasn't really a part of Jotaro's life, so maybe her name would be different, but that's throwing me a little bit. Maybe we are in the new timeline, and maybe we've just removed Pucci from it. I don't know if it's confirmed or if it's just theories. So if it, I don't know. I'm guessing it's one of those two things, right? Either we've gone back to the original timeline without Pucci, or we're in the new universe without Pucci. What a crazy ending. Emporio just pulled that out of his damn ass, man. Had the weather disc, just totally owned, removed the oxygen from the room, and this guy that was able to destroy an entire universe got owned by a child. Yeah, how you like them apples, Pucci? And that was it. Done. A naked child riding a dolphin whooped the father Pucci's universe-ending ass. And now, I don't know. I don't know, man. Are we in a new universe or not? What a strong ending for that season, though. Part 6 for me was arguably the weakest part. For me, part 6, then part 1, and I like part 2, 3, 4, and 5 all equally. That's the truth. I really can't pick a favorite out of those parts. I enjoyed them all equally. But part 6 is my weakest, then part 1. However, I will say that part 6 for me, first 10 episodes, loved. Last 10 episodes, loved. I think it has the weakest middle, but overall is still a very enjoyable season. And everything builds up to a very strong and unpredictable ending. It's just complete chaos and insanity in the best damn way. This was nuts, and I loved it. What a strong ending. And now I'm super curious what part 7 is going to be like, and if we're in like an alternative timeline. My guess is we are. That's what I actually think. I think this is the new universe. Especially because the title of the episode is like, It's a Wonderful World. Shout out Emporio. I'm glad that, I don't know, is everyone dead in the old universe then? Because if this is the new universe, then we did lose. And everyone is dead. So it's kind of hard to be happy about this. I feel so conflicted here. If there is a new universe, then everyone is dead. I guess we'll know once we see Jotaro. And the thing is, that Jolene didn't look like the other Jolene, but her name's different. Oh, man. Interesting. Well, that ends my reaction to part 6 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Wow. What a crazy ending. Arguably one of the most unpredictable endings. You know what? It is. It's the most unpredictable ending of JoJo so far. Crazy last 10 episodes, man. Everything around Cape Canaveral was just peak. Brilliantly done. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my reaction. Thank you so much to everybody who watched and supported my JoJo's Bizarre Adventure series. And yeah, we'll continue on weekly with part 7, I guess. Hope you all enjoyed this. I freaking love you wonderful people. Thank you for watching. And I wonder if Netflix is going to like bulk drop the episodes or weekly release them. Because if it bulk drops the episodes, I don't really know what to do. I have have to see. Anyway, I love you wonderful people. Have an awesome freaking day. And as always, my friends, you will see me in the next video.